Hey guys, what's going on? And today we can actually return to the Dark Zone. So Ubisoft and Massive kind of been working together over the last week to kind of ban people for using the RPM glitch. So for those people who have been kind of like taking out your magazine, putting it back in, going in the stash, changing your loadout to get an extra, a couple hundred or maybe even 1,000 RPM, you guys suck. So I'm just going to throw it out there. You guys are the ones that have made the Dark Zone experience really bad over the last couple weeks, and maybe like other players, certainly myself, I've been staying away. It's just not enjoyable. It's not fun. If you're coming against a team, four people using the RPM glitch, it totally ruins one, the game, two, the experience. So, right, this is where you guys come in. So a little over a week ago, Ubi Johan, who's the community manager up in Ubisoft, posted a topic on the forums. Now it reads, Agents, we are aware of the new stacking RPM glitch. Please note that abusing this bug is seen as exploiting the game and is breaking or breaching our code of conduct. Thus, actions will be taken against your account if you use it. He then goes on to talk about referring to the code of conduct and then gives you a link to it. Now, I have actually checked out the code of conduct. Now, of course, it's a fairly long piece of kind of Word document. However, in the first paragraph on it, under kind of like responsibility and the code of conduct, it actually quotes, any suspected breach of the code of conduct or terms of use will lead to investigation by Ubisoft staff. Ubisoft reserves the right to suspend, ban, or delete any user's account without prior warning or notice. So this is kind of like the first paragraph as you come into it. So that's kind of like the warning when you first got the game. Of course, there hasn't really been any kind of cheats, if you like, or glitches, which have such a negative impact. There's been a couple over the last couple of years where you can kind of like wall bounce into, you can go into walls, or you can kind of get like some different weapons going on there with some extra magazines. Like there's a few things that have been going around, but nothing to this extent. So I'm glad that they've actually taken some action going on right here. We then go down, and in terms of the code of conduct, there's actually a section which is cheating, modding, and hacking. Now, this actually refers to software or third party, so it's actually not that. It's actually under exploiting. So I'm going to read it out. So, triggering and using a bug or glitch, or bypassing established game rules to gain a significant advantage or to skip progression steps otherwise necessary. Now, the first offense, it quotes the account rollback and temporary suspension. And the second point is multiple offenses is a permanent ban. Now, of course, there's been a few knocking about right now. I'm going to show you one in a couple of seconds where you're actually going to get an email for a 14-day ban. Now, after that, if you don't, and what it quotes is familiarize yourself with the code of conduct, you will receive a permanent ban. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you this guy's name. I did get this offline. I would like to credit the person who's provided me and actually who's told the world that they cheat and they suck. I would like to shout him out. Unfortunately, this person, male or female, has hid their name. What a shame. So, let me quote this. So, we have detected recurring actions on your account which are in the direct breach of our code of conduct. Now, that probably relates to the paragraph which I just read out. So, please be aware we've taken the necessary steps to preserve the play experience for others, and this has resulted in you receiving a temporary ban. You will therefore be unable to play the game for 14 days, and any future breach of the code of conduct will lead to a permanent ban. And then, just as I reiterated, is if you did want to continue to play the game, then familiarize yourself with the code of conduct. So, this is it, guys. We're finally here. We're at a stage now where we can actually return to the Dark Zone. We can have that experience we wanted. And actually, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm not using it for PvP. I'm using it for PvE." I mean, what's the point in that? What's the point? These guys, you got to think what the division's done, man. They've made kind of like they've made extra incursions. They've got it up extra levels on the missions. They've made it harder. They're doing the 1.8 update. They've done Last Stand. They've done PvP. They've done the Dark Zone. They've done the Underground. There's so many things that these guys are doing, and then for most people, or at least a half, I can say, is they're exploiting it and using the glitch to farm easier. I mean, what's the point in that? Like it's just so bad. However, nonetheless, the days come, guys. We can actually return to the Dark Zone, and I will all see you in there.